In Michael Page, you're looking at a world WKA freestyle kickboxing champion, an incredible athlete. You watch the training footage of this man, he is a human highlight reel. Spectacular kicks, punches, takedowns. There are a lot of people talking about this man, a lot of hype about Michael Page.
Hi Michael, pleasure to meet you. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
I'm Michael Page, nicknamed Michael Venom Page. Been fighting for over 20 years now. Started off in Laogar Kung Fu, which transitioned into freestyle kickboxing, and then later in my kickboxing career, after winning 10 world championships, I wanted to move on and progress into something else, and that happened to be MMA. And now I'm making big steps in the MMA world, in the welterweight division, on a big show in America known as Bellator.
You have a very impressive record so far. What do you see it being after facing Cyborg at Bellator 158 on the 16th of July?
Yes, I'm 10-0 at the moment, and definitely going to hit that 11-0. I'm fighting in the London O2 Arena, the first time in 3 years, back in my hometown. There's no way I'm losing a fight like that in front of my family and friends. It's just going to be a tornado, crazy event, so much excitement, and that's just going to be my fight.
What do you think is your biggest advantage?
I believe my biggest advantage is the art in where I come from, and it is the freestyle kickboxing, the hands down style, the movement, how precise you have to be, the speed. All those things come from the hands down kickboxing, the freestyle kickboxing, the point scoring. A lot of people don't respect that kind of style, but there's so much you can take from it. And as you can see, I've been doing it, and people really and truly don't understand how to beat that kind of style, and that is definitely my advantage.
What are your future goals, and what can fans expect from you?
My future goals are to dominate the whole of MMA and leave a signature. And what I mean by that is the same way the Gracies came in and just took MMA by storm for what at the time was just something that was just unheard of. They couldn't really figure them out. They didn't know what to expect from it. They didn't really understand it. It's now, probably one of the most popular arts within the MMA world, and one of the most important arts to learn when going into MMA. That's exactly how you're going to feel about my style eventually. It's going to be just equally as important to learn, and that's the kind of print, the signature I want to leave, and it's the hands down signature.
How do you cope with the come down after a fight?
Once the fight is complete, sometimes I'm still in the zone, so it does take probably about 30 minutes after the fight, being in the back room, and you're still kind of, the adrenaline's still there. It's very difficult to switch off immediately. I don't even like to go straight onto my phone, because people are instantly, family, friends are instantly blowing up your line. People are congratulating you as you're walking back, and there's still that lot of excitement, and a lot of the times there's still fights that I want to go and see, and learn from. So it does take a while to come down after the fight, and I think it's usually when I get back to my hotel room, when it's a bit more quiet, that I can really be like, I just did that, I've been to my room sometimes and almost shouted again, like in excitement, like damn, I just won, but I'd already gone through that. And but it's an enjoyable feeling, and this is why we come back into the gym and train hard to kind of go through that feeling again.
Any words of inspiration for youngsters that aspire to be like you?
Words of inspiration, it's going to be your typicals. You have to work extremely hard in the back office. It's not what you see on the screen for 15 minutes or however long the fights last, and I think people focus more on that, and they see how exciting it would be to feel like that at that moment, but you need to understand what happens behind the scenes before you even get there. And it's important that you not only you understand it, but you are excited about doing that. You have to be excited to come to training. You have to be excited to do all the hard work that it takes in order for you to get to being in front of thousands of people, fighting in front of thousands of people, and then because of your hard work, winning those fights. So for me, it's train hard to win easy.
You have thrown some crazy kicks already. Will there be more in the future?
I'm always thinking of something new. So with regards to kicks, I have done one kick it is difficult. You know, I drill kicks all the time, because again, I love to entertain, and I know my kicking and my ability to kick is a massive entertaining factor of me and what is MVP. It's just I haven't been able to pull off as many as I'd want to so far, but there is so much more in the locker, and it just means there's more for you to look forward to. I've got so much in the back office that it's going to be some exciting times, and I feel sorry for the person that receives it.
What is your favourite kick outside of the cage?
My favourite kick outside of the cage is definitely something I almost became known for, more so in the kickboxing world, is the 720 kick, and I've landed it a few times now, and it's something that it's going to be coming to the cage very soon.
What is your favourite kick inside of the cage?
One of my favourite kicks inside of the cage, I have a couple, but I'm going to go for this one. One of my favourite kicks inside the cage, you know, when I'm actually fighting, is the axe kick. Weirdly enough, it's something my dad is known for. You know, he's massively known for. He was known as a kicker predominantly, and was amazing at that skill. And one of his techniques was the axe kick, and I feel it's something I actually want to get a KO with. I've landed it a few times in the cage, but it hasn't been a finish, and it is something that I want to get a finish from. So the axe kick.
A lot of people forget that to reach where you are, it's a huge team effort. Who has helped you and influenced you along the way?
Influential people in my life, starting from the beginning, is definitely my first instructor being my father, which I was lucky to have. My mother used to compete as well, and somebody that I used to go to competitions with and get to watch compete. People that I looked up to in the kickboxing world, big names, Alfie Lewis, again a massive dominant force within the kickboxing world, and he kind of helped revolutionize what sports karate was at the time to what it is now. And his students that I actually got to fight against, which was Robbie Hughes, and for me, we just from a young age, we just back and forward. He would whoop my ass many a times, and it's lessons learned over and over. People that I used to look up to, like inspirational characters, Simon Lewis, a person I used to train with, Owen King, a person that I've been on the same team as, but a person I used to look up to in competition. Marvin Francis, another person that I used to train with, and again, these are all like family members of mine within the kickboxing world that all massively influenced, you know, me as a fighter. Moving on to the MMA side, it's the team behind me, the London Shoot Fighters. Without this influence behind me, I would definitely not be the person I am today within the cage. The stuff that they do for me with regards to coaching, tactics, game plans, it all comes from my two coaches, Alexis and Paul, who are unbelievable. They've allowed not me to just express myself using a style that is very, even for them, was a style that hadn't been seen before. They've also been able to doctor it and improve that style and make it effective within MMA. And the whole London Shoot Fighters team, there's so many people within the team. I just want to say the whole team have been influential to me, and me being able to whoop ass in the cage and entertain you guys.
I'm really confident you will reach the very top, and it's been an honour to meet, watch and train with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to train with you.
Venom!